ham-fisting priority into the bottom side of the map on the Dplus side, giving the Kai'Sa a little bit of a better time in lane, and it does mean now it's likely, you know, 2.5 winning lanes. You know, got to be still popular. I mean, it's just good.
I mean, I know it's still good.
That's probably what I'd go with for these two teams anyway. There might be a little bit of something. It is just one grub going on over to DK. As aiming, supercharges, runs away, and is now able to offer some damage back. Aiming not quite finding the Q or the W, so he's going to have to back away. Sponge taking some damage though, as 2 grubs actually going over to DK. And Smite's still up for Sponge, so he will be able to get this last one. Boulder's being thrown down. Crab's not going to be claimed by DK, but then
it goes with anything. And I think catch-up is close, but not quite there.
Well, Rich is going to get caught out here. She was already taking a fair bit of damage, but now Lucid getting his claws into the Rumble. Let's see whether he can take someone with him. As even a grass proc going down, as Showmaker goes in, and the Dragon actually is what helps end this Rumble. So first blood going over to DK, and I'm going to avoid this mayonnaise ketchup conversation for as long as I possibly can. Oh! The flash charm from Showmaker is going to help as, oh dear! That's not the part of the wall that UCal wanted to head towards, as the Impale was good. Lucid able to pick him off, as there goes the Aurora. You know, spot. And then a whole lot of, like, you know, it's like there's a lot of spicy flavor with the cloves and stuff like that. It's Sponge gonna have to go untargetable, doesn't get crashed into by Lucid here. Still not exactly a fight that DRX are looking to win at this point with the man advantage DK have. Never mind, the Magnetstorm flies through, and Lucid, he gets a little bit of an Impale, but then he just goes down. Sponge has to flash, but will stay alive. Now the top laners are making their way in. The Jace gets there first as Pleta gets booped away immediately. Shu desperately trying to find an angle to take down the doggo, but it's not going to work as he has to walk the red carpet to get out. And Rich with a beautifully placed equalizer should be enough to take him down. That flash was optimistic at best, and DRX, they even grab feats of warfare off the back of that play.
That's the hot sauce burn there for DK. Think they're impervious, but as it turns out, no one is. Heavily overcommit. Lucid thinks he's invincible, which he is not, as it turns out. And
gorgeously played by DRX, and we knew that this is what was going to happen. This was what this is what we deserved in this series. That is DRX delivering something that we could have never have predicted.
That's why, because DK got, I think it was the first grub.
So my mom,
fresh, right?
My mom actually makes tomato relish, and I get her to send it to me whenever I run out.
This is what. Okay, now I get why you go for relish. No, I'm content. Sponge is going to take this. It looks like.
Yeah, Lucid nowhere in the area, so not going to have to deal with any sort of smite battle. So the Rift Herald will just be claimed. Pleta just trying to get rid of Lucid as best he can.
Still no stack, by the way.
Yeah, hopefully we see that at some point. Rich throws down an equalizer for some reason. You just stay even forever. Do both teams suffer? As all right, Beryl going to get engaged on here. Remember, he's just an eco, and he's just dead.
The hallmarks of a great DRX game, we're seeing Sponge not behind, UCal popping off, and Teddy, he has actual team bench.
Well, Chu is going to do the walk off the ultimate thing. That might work out here as he does boot back Sponge, but back in he goes. Chu's going to flash. This time he gets healed up as Beryl comes in. And will be able to at least keep them at bay. Let's see whether Beryl survives as he holds the minion wave for as long as he can. The rest of DRX moving towards the mid lane as a teleport does come in. Sponge taking a bit of damage as the daggers are coming on through as Lucid's driving on forward. Flash over from Rich. That was pretty sexy as here's a Magnetstorm. Showmaker trying to get out of here, and he should be able to do so with the Spirit Rush, but does have to invest it. Flash forward from UCal was optimistic at best. Sometimes you just want to keep that button on cooldown, Chronicler. That's how it works, as Rich is the one that takes the Gromp for some reason. Oh god, this series is this series. Okay, there's the Impale, and down goes the Doggo. You cannot untargetable that one, as aiming comes on through and grabs his first of the game.
We've seen from him succeed in a while. Obviously started off really hot, but a little bit slowed down since, as he's looking for more.
Yeah, picks up a rock. Let's see whether Teddy's going to be okay here as Arcane Shift already on cooldown. The Pop Blossom, the full commit, and down goes the bottom lane. Gorgeously played here by DK.
And E, so I feel like that is somewhat warranted, but it's the setup there that comes through. Beryl pretending to be Shield.
And Beryl also was...
It does feel like DK after that play towards topside said, okay guys, we gotta pull back a little bit and respect a bit more. Have seemed like they've given less opening ever since, except Beryl, but well, I don't know all of them.
If they had to be different ones.
So it's just, instead of specific bird, it's just bird.
Yeah. That's how deep into the I want to talk about something else. Pop Blossom under 3 is gorgeous here, is right out of nowhere. They save us from the monotony. Beryl. Oh, he did not want to hear about the fact that his team was a monotream. All he wanted was to knock them all up into the sky and take a dragon.
And DRX seemingly caught more off guard than Atlas. Then I think how you set up side lanes, right? Like what vision is secured, where are your teammates in relation to you, how much freedom do you have, how much control you have of the map. And DRX often isn't able to quite keep up there. They will get this turret finally, and that power, and that power, and that power too.
All right, Juve is going to dance on top of the equalizer, and Rich burning down, but isn't going to fall. Man, that was so extraordinarily close. Umbrella, and he's got his like birds, a hoodie that he loves.
He has big on binoculars as well. Oh yeah. Shiu, he doesn't have flash.
Yeah, he's walking down that red carpet once again, and there is a doggo behind him. And so that is going to be a dead Jace. Great pick here from DRX, and an overextension here from the young top laner. Entirety of this game, as aiming has a Banshee's Veil, which is an odd choice, but going to keep him relatively safe. All right, here's the Magnet Storm. Doesn't find Beryl. Has now aiming, able to free hit towards his backline. Pleaded down already, the Impale connecting onto 1 as there's the Pop Blossom onto 2. Yukal trying to get out, aiming with the Killer Instinct, and able to rain down a Cathianly to take down the Aurora. Sponge still looking for more as Teddy feels like he has an angle, and Sponge goes in, goes out again, and smacked into the wall, but there's the equalizer, and we know that is so deadly here from Rich as Shiu dives forward. I don't know about it. 1 versus 3 here as Beryl and aiming are coming down. Teddy looking for some options, doesn't quite get anything.
Showmaker was out on the map, plus the fact that he's was just about to buy a death cap means that this is going to be soul point for DRX.
All right, DRX being able to find a big advantage here. Chemtech Soul on the line now for the next team fight.
Shiu's TP timing is still a little bit up, but it is close as Beryl.
Oh dear, True Shot Barrage not going to connect onto the right one as now Yukal looking to take down the Nico, and Beryl is able to actually get out of the way, baits them all into committing towards him so they get an outer turret in mid.
Sponge, he's baiting.
Yeah, doesn't have his flash, remember. As Beryl off to the side, Pop Blossom in hand, True Shot Barrage. Not going to be enough to take down the crab. That is secured here by Lucid.
Let's get the smite.
How about that one? I mean, Chemtech is...
But they don't get anything.
Yeah, so they get position on Baron.
Yeah.
And the smite is also roaming up, as we can see. So the dragon goes over. There's Chemtech Soul.
Oh, DK.
DK, that might be the opportunity as Pleta is down relatively low. They're keeping it leashed as best they can. Shiu off to the side as in goes Yukal. Pleta going to be taken out before he can really do too much, but Beryl also throws away another ulti. The jungler is dead on DK's side, and Sponge is still here. The Baron is so extraordinarily low, and it goes over to DRX. DK are throwing it all away as they lose the soul. They lose the Baron.
Found target ban. He's shown why he's got the win streak on this pick, because I think his turns onto Lucid specifically, KDA might not look too impressive, but it's that in tandem with Rich's toasting in the fights that I think are the big difference maker. But you know what, Atlas, I don't think this is enough for DRX. And you know what that means?
It's Elder Flipper time, baby!
Good, no.
So I don't trust them to be able to make the right decisions. Let's see whether this Showmaker flank is going to work, though, as the Charm and the Overdeception go wide. Pleta is likely to die, but does get the Magnet Storm off. Never mind, it was just a crash down still. Beryl is going to die too, and there goes Lucid. Sponge diving in. It's a huge shield here from aiming, but Sponge just bleeds him to death. Shiu and Showmaker will still have some damage. They take down Yukal, and Sponge is almost dead, but will just barely survive. 3-1.
A minute!
And DRX should just be able to close this one out, right?
I think they can. 25 seconds on Barrel. They're running up. That's Chemtech value, baby!
That's what we're talking about. Teddy going to join the rest of his team. And the first inhibitor is going to fall. Some honey fruit trying to be eaten here by Sponge as Showmaker is still, I mean, he was still healthy before. Now he is no longer.
This is going to be pretty tight. Barrel's up soon, but I don't think that alone is enough. I think they got it, Dplus!
Yeah, these Nexus turrets are falling like paper as Teddy looking for his options as Rich is here. And yeah, no one can get anywhere near the walking barbecue. And here they are going to be able to do it. Down goes the Nexus. And DRX just outplayed DK.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.